pretty much a very stable naira is what we've been seeing over the past while. And we've also seen the likes of the supply-demand perhaps putting in favor a much more stable local currency, despite the fact that the dollar has been strengthening against a basket of emerging market currencies.
Yeah, hi, Elena. It's been interesting so far. I mean, goes back to the interesting days where you could see some comfort in the currency and you see it sipping down, replaying itself again, and it's just like, oh, some comfort and the likes overall. I mean, it gives a good sense of price stability. Kudos to the CBN team. They've done some tremendous work at that point, reducing the volatility that we see in the currency, reducing the pressure that might have come into the currency. Overall, I think it's a combination of other economic indices and the general kind of like you have no much panic in the market anymore. Those are the factors that have combined, and like I said, all these factors coming in at the right time just help to see the currency at a stable level. I mean, starting from Monday up until now, you can see Naira has barely moved like 20 kobo. In a CBN window, you've seen Naira actually gain. For the first time in about 2-3 weeks now, you've seen Naira actually gain. We're back in the days where a bit of more supply at the CBN window, less demand from at the CBN window. Overall, the picture just looks interesting so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, looking at the oil companies relative to the fuel importers as well, and it seems that that is the balancing act that occurs when it comes to the Naira, and perhaps that's why we saw a very slight appreciation coming through for the Naira this week, because it seems that we saw quite a lot of demand coming through from those fuel importers. Nwabueze, is it going to stabilize going forward? Are you concerned about the depreciation of the Naira going forward? It seems that it's pretty stable at this stage.
You see, one of the, I mean, we've witnessed one of the first demand from the oil importers. We've witnessed it happen, and we've seen Naira really not moving out of a normal range that you would say to cause any sort of worry. That's the first tester. We do not think that going forward you would see any much variation in whenever you have such import demands coming to the market. Well, there might be some pressure if such demands coincide with maybe periodic dividend payments and the like that come in once in a while. But you know, we'll tend to look at it and say, you know, we anticipate that this will happen once in a while. And not ignoring the fact that we've seen the CBN actually respond in an interesting manner by any time this demand tends to surge and you see a gradual increase in the amount they have on offer, and we'll see the amount build from 150 to 200 and thereabouts and back to 150 for each of the auction on a weekly basis. That is a response that tends to denote that we are interested in smoothing out whatever volatility that sudden demand might cause in the market. Also, in terms of FX liquidity, this systematic way of inflows of the oil inflows coming into the market has also helped in that. So I mean, there's a fairly reasonable expected level or expected flows that will come into the market on a periodic basis, and you see that it really might not be so much of a to go into speculative trades at any price that you're seeing at those levels. Those are the overall factors I think traders are looking at, the market is watching, and the CBN are seeing, and you're seeing the Naira at these current levels.